Welcome back to The Person Everyone Needs. And my first book, The Person Everyone Needs, is on Amazon. And so I encourage you. I'm so excited about it. And I would love for you to be one of the first to get that in your hand. I'm so excited about this. Today, I'm going to be reading the very last chapter in the book as just a setup for maybe reminding you of what the whole concept is, and would love for you to have your own copy of it. But I've kind of let the podcast serve as an audiobook for this first half of 2026. And so today will be the last installment of that, and then we'll go back to some relevant content, some encouragement. The purpose of this podcast is to just give some encouragement to you. Also, I've put a lot of things on here that I would want my boys to know if anything were to ever happen to me. I know that's a little grim, but there's a lot of advice in here that I just want to encourage others with. And so this has been a wonderful format. And if you've been listening, man, I appreciate you very much. Lady, I appreciate you very much, and looking forward to what God's got for us in the future. All right. The person everyone needs. The long game. Impact, influence, discipleship, leadership, evangelism, and significance come down to your staying power. You cannot make up in a day what was left uncultivated for decades. The relationships that you broke will not be fixed in a moment. The mountains that crushed you will not be traversed in a day. However, there is nothing standing in your way that is impossible to overcome if you'll stay at it. The superpower for many is being willing to stick to something beyond reason. The word perseverance in the New Testament means to remain faithful or to hold steadfast no matter what. It means suffering does not send us into flight. We press on and toward the goals we place before ourselves. What greater goal could we seek than to make a difference in someone's life? But making a difference may take much more time than we anticipate. It will take more attempts than we think. Perseverance and resilience must become our everyday experience. Jonathan shows us the impact of one man's life who decided to make the most of every day. He was not a one-hit wonder, and his greatest legacy would be in the person he trained. He preserved and passed it all on to David. Jonathan is a man of favor, valor, and honor. He shows us how to live life to the fullest for the long haul. John Piper once wrote, "At the heart of mature masculinity is a sense of benevolent responsibility to lead, provide for, and protect women in ways appropriate to man's differing relationships." I have preached for years that the proactive man, the PRO active man, is one who protects, provides, and projects, which means, leads to by looking down the road for their families. We see displayed in the Word examples of men who led their families well and those who failed. Eli never confronted his sons, and they brought great shame to all of Israel. Samuel's sons were not worthy to be followed either. In the New Testament, we're told of one father who was an evangelist. Philip is mentioned one last time in the book of Acts to show us he had parented 4 prophetesses. What a legacy. What is the greatest strength in a marriage or parenting? The power to stay. When you see something valuable, how long do you invest to keep that value before you? The true significance of a person is not what they hang on to, but what they give. Jonathan, unlike his father, never grasped for the throne. When Saul's disobedience rendered them unfit to keep the throne of Israel, Jonathan dealt much better and gave complete trust to God. Not a priest or judge or king, yet he became the most influential man of his day because he was something more powerful altogether. A friend. A friend. A true and real friend is someone who recognizes value in another person, calls it out, develops it, never loses sight of the potential treasure, teaches them to trust in God, not you, and launches them out. Have you ever met someone you knew had a great treasure in them? Not their work ethic or morality. You didn't pay attention to the money in their account or the talents they could provide, No, have you ever seen a person that you wanted to inform, maybe for the first time, that there was indescribable value in them? Jonathan gave David his royal robes and weapons to display to David how he saw him. Jonathan had nothing else to offer David. Beyond that day, the only way to show David his value was to give him his very heart and soul. Jonathan was a man who had been so entrusted by his armor-bearer that he was offered his life. Whatever your hand finds to do, I'm with you heart and soul. The armor-bearer tells him. Now Jonathan stands with David and says, your life before my life. His identity had been fixed. I know who I am. His destiny was realized. I can do what God calls me to do. His legacy is recognized. David, I will serve you and your throne. A man who knew who he was, built trust in others, lived an adventurous life wildly, remained loyal to his friend and his father, and never betrayed either. In life, we will face difficult times, but we must recognize that we are not called to take sides. We are called to be obedient, even when the tension is high. We can remain loyal and helpful, even when people ask us to betray trust. Pete Scazzero, the writer of the incredibly famous Emotionally Healthy series of books, says we should enter another's world while hanging on to ours and get comfortable in that tension. We can hold our values and beliefs with integrity, all the while moving toward others with compassion and choosing to stay in that tough place for as long as necessary to bring healing. My mentor, Dr. Bruce Ritter, once told me that I have to be the health that I want to experience. Jonathan did that. Jonathan shows David what loyalty, royalty, and humility look like. He taught him how to strengthen his hand in the Lord. He was an example of trusting God when nothing works the way you planned, and of letting go of what God doesn't want you to have. David becomes great. Jonathan makes him that way. Every David has a Jonathan, and every person you meet needs a Jonathan. Donald Miller says the strongest character in a story isn't the hero, it's the guide. That is the role we get to play. We don't get to be the hero in every story, but we can play the supporting actor in every movie. Recognizing that with God's presence, you are favored, have valor, and share honor, that you worship the Lord with all your heart, hands, and head. You can demonstrate God's sovereignty, power, and love. Every day in your core, you can be still and know that He is God. Be strong and courageous, for He is with you, and be kind and compassionate as Christ has been. And if you live out of a healthy sense of balance and strength through your intentional identity, destiny, and legacy, if you know who you are, see what you can offer, and begin giving all that you have to others as early as you can, I promise you'll be the person everyone needs. What a joy to get to share these thoughts with you. This has been a journey of over 12 years in my life, and I'm so very thankful to God for these thoughts that have been great encouragements to me, and I hope to pass them on to not only my boys, but also to my church, to the men that are around me, and to those that are just wanting to become a better person, someone who doesn't want to be forgotten in this life. That's what I want this to be about. I'm so excited that this publication is coming out, and I look forward to hearing. I hope that is an encouragement to others, and I look forward to seeing all that comes from it. Now, I want to take just a second to say on this podcast, without my wife, this wouldn't have happened. She has been an encourager to me, and she's also edited my whole book multiple times for me, and it has gotten things where they need to be. Secondly, this podcast wouldn't exist without Craig Good. Craig, every single week for the last 182 episodes, I send him the audio and he edits it and then publishes it for me. He takes care of all those things for me. And so without him, I don't know where I would be. And so I hope that I'm a person that you need, but I have several persons in my life that I need. And so I'm very thankful. Amanda, you are the person that everyone needs, and so are you, Craig. And what a blessing it is to have gone through this journey with you. And as we look forward to what is next, I just want to remind you with all of my heart, I mean this, I believe you're the person that everyone needs.